Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Ryan Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 38-year-old New York resident Daniel Warmus was seen in photos and on video within the restricted area of the Capitol. He was wearing a sweatshirt that said CNN is fake news, and he was carrying a large flag that read "Fuck Antifa" in big block letters. At least these people admit that they're on the side of the fascists, right? Warmus was also seen on surveillance video entering the Capitol. He walked in within 5 minutes of the initial breach of the building. He was also captured on surveillance video using his phone to film other members of the mob attempting to break into a set of doors. Warmus recorded as officers guarding the exterior of the doors were assaulted by the mob, and the glass of the doors were visibly shattered. And as the mob attempted to breach the doors, Warmus walked back into the rotunda area and he made a hand gesture to others, and then he yelled out, quote, "Let's go." So he was basically encouraging other people inside the building to head over to the doors to help the mob get in. So sometime after the Capitol attack, Warmus was at the dentist office and he bragged about what he did at the Capitol. He was showing someone one of his January 6 videos. Someone else overheard, and they apparently turned him in. However, Warmus later deleted all of this evidence, and the prosecutor says that in text messages following January 6th, Warmus told people that he had either replaced his SIM card or he had gotten a new phone number. The prosecutor also said in their sentencing memo that to date, quote, "Warmus has not been interviewed by the FBI or provided any substantive statement regarding his offense conduct to probation." But when he was arrested on May 18th of last year, Warmus told the arresting agents, quote, "I should have been filming the guys who were fighting the cops," and quote, "The worst thing I did was pick up a hat." So Warmus was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. In May of this year, Warmus pleaded guilty to the parading charge, which comes with a maximum penalty of up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 30 days in jail, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and a $500 restitution fee. The prosecutor argued that although Warmus himself wasn't violent, he clearly witnessed violence against officers, and he chose to remain in the situation. So he added to the mob's numbers. He allowed for the violence to continue. Then the government also noted that Warmus has a bit of a criminal history, although they acknowledge his offenses occurred 20 years ago. In addition, he has a YouTube channel called Auditing Erie County, and this is where he posts videos of himself, quote, "antagonizing police officers, attempting to goad them into negative interactions with him." He apparently also harasses local politicians while he records the interactions, and then he shares their phone numbers and their addresses. And some of his subscribers have now contacted these officials, and they've been threatening them. On top of that, while awaiting sentencing in this case, Warmus twice attempted to open the door of a police vehicle and get inside. And check this out. This is the epitome of white privilege on display. The first time that Warmus tried this, apparently nothing happened. There was like, whatever. Second time it happened, he was detained, but then they let him go without pressing charges because he refused to provide his name. U.S. District Judge Paul Friedman presided over this January 6th case, and at the sentencing hearing, Warmus apologized for his actions. He said, quote, "I do feel that I owe the American people an apology," and quote, "I'm sorry for the people I let down that day. I know sorry doesn't change the past or even what I did, but I will say I definitely learned a hard lesson, a valuable lesson." He also said that he found himself on the wrong side of history, but the judge wasn't really buying this, wasn't buying what he was selling. Judge Friedman said that Warmus' YouTube videos show, quote, further disrespect for the rule of law. So the judge gave Warmus even more jail time than what the prosecutor requested. He sentenced Warmus to 45 days in jail, 2 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and a $500 restitution fee. Judge Friedman also ordered Warmus to ask first before he entered any law enforcement building. So not as much as I'd like to see, but I am grateful that this judge had the courage to go above and beyond this completely weak sauce sentence requested by the prosecutor. It was pathetic. I mean, this guy has clearly not learned his lesson, and they go for 30 days. Really? Anyway, guys, when I hear more about this guy, because you know we will, I will let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.